Stardust, you, and I were imbued with the light of the beginning of the universe. We spun together, composed of the same matter, recycled atoms and combinations of quarks. We are bound by the same happy occurrence that caused matter to develop sentience. Call it God, fate, the force, or the big fucking bang. You and I used to be one and the same. Indistinguishable. Not even halves of a whole, but just one. Like everything else, just one. We defied gravity and the laws of physics before time came to be and ripped us apart. And here we are still reeling from that explosion, drifting in space, drawn closer and closer, like magnets, feeling the pull of gravity, bringing us slowly together, like particles, vibrating on the same frequency. We defied the concept of synchronicity. Like how, the first time I met you, every time I looked up to sneak a peek, I would find your brown eyes staring back at me. And I get startled, but not really. Because somehow I knew you'd sense this chemistry. I felt it in the way you gripped me and held on as we danced in the privacy of our minds. Shh. Listen. Can you hear it? The music of the spheres punctuated by our breathing, or the too loud sound of our hearts beating, wildly, seemingly wanting to escape the cages of our chest as we dance the dance of the stars like we did long before I even knew you existed. Every time I see you falling, I get down on my knees and pray. I'm waiting for that final moment to say the words that I can't say. 'Cause every time I think of you, I don't see images but feel sensations, like how that tiny sliver of skin on top of my knuckle once brushed against your wrist when we were walking out the door together. I remember the scent of flowers and fruit and baby powder. I remember the gentle pat of your hand on my shoulder. So the fact that you actually gave me nothing to hold on to didn't really matter, because I took what I could, like a man dying of thirst in the desert looking at a cactus and seeing only water. And I'm not saying I was blind. Everything I did, came naturally from being kind. The late nights spent trying to put your worries to bed. The shoulder I offered for you to cry on when you were hurting and wished that I could take your pain instead. How I tried to catch you when you fell. But as I knelt here, with my arms wide open, you were actually falling way over there. So every time I see you falling, I get down on my knees and pray. I'm waiting for that final moment. You say the words that I can't say. There's no sense in telling me that I should have done more, should have spoken up when I had the chance, should have moved, should have stopped playing it safe. But what could I do? We were stardust together. We shone brightly, trapped in each other's orbits, unable to cross the distance for fear it might destroy us. And I waited for something more powerful than me. Call it God, fate, the force, or the big fucking bang. I waited, and I waited, and I waited. I wanted to move, but waited. And now I'm writing this poem down on paper, when everything I said, I could have said in 3 words, in a single whisper. But it's too late. As you stand there, resplendent, beautiful, in white, you flash me a smile. And not a sad one like they show in movies or fast food commercials. Just one of giddiness, genuine happiness, and maybe a touch of nerve. So I put 2 thumbs up and give you a wink. And again, there you are, shining brightly like a star. I did my job, and now I fade back into dust. 'Cause every time I see you falling, I get down on my knees and pray. So waiting for that final moment, you say the words